How's it going, Nerd Report? This is Lewis here with the noon show, the Nerd Report Live. Thanks for tuning in. We've been doing this Monday through Friday, and this is my 5th day. So I made it. No matter what, I made it. 5 days straight of streaming. I've been wanting to do this for a long time, but never got around to it. Let us know how we sound. Right now, I don't know if I'm having technical issues, because, of course, nothing was working right before this live stream as usual, but... yeah, what else is new? So, what we've been trying to do every day at noon is talk about the most important things that happen on the day. Some stuff's going to break, obviously, afternoon. Some stuff breaks in the morning. So, we'll get whatever was cool in the afternoon the day before and what happened today in the morning. If you guys want to add any topics, feel free to chime in on the chats, and I'll try to work it in. And if you want to add to anything I talk about, go for it as well. Look like we're a little bit out of sync, but anyways. But what I've been doing traditionally is, before I start talking about the topics, I usually go ahead and have this little feature called Show and Tell. And we talk about, basically, I show you cool nerd stuff I have, right? If I have any cool nerd things lying around here on the office, I'll hook you up. I'll show it to you, and if you think it's cool, let me know. Anyways, I'm looking at something right now that's pretty funny. Is one of my mics, right? This is kind of dumb, but it means a lot to me. One of my mics here that I use for interviews, like when we do red carpets and stuff. See how it looks all nice here? My dog bit it. So some of our interviews, you'll see, if you see this this mark right here, like this ding, this piece missing, you know that it was one of my dogs bit into the mic. I still use it because it's I don't know, sentimental value and stuff. And as of today, we had something come in the mail, and what was it? It was 10 Cloverfield Lane Blu-ray. So yes, they released this on Blu-ray. This is via Paramount, and if you saw it, it was a Netflix exclusive. Actually, wasn't it released almost a year ago on Netflix? Here you go. And here's the back. Kind of mixed reviews on this one, but I liked it. It includes 25 minutes of never before seen special features. So if you want to check that out, and I forgot when it's officially going to be released. Let me open it real quick. Check out what's going on here. They're unpackaging. No code. So it's just the Blu-ray. Right there. Plain old Blu-ray. From producers J.J. Abrams. And then, as you know, the rumor was that, what was it? The zombie flick, the World War II, it escapes my mind, was supposed to be another Cloverfield movie, but they changed it. And there was also a rumor that A Quiet Place was originally going to be a Cloverfield movie, and I think it was confirmed that it was originally thought of as a Cloverfield movie, but plans changed on that. Let us know what you think of the films and stuff like. All right, so I guess the biggest topic today that I found, it's Friday, January. It's kind of a slow time of the year for films and stuff. That I saw that was interesting was Arnold Schwarzenegger on the set of Terminator 6, which is really Terminator 3, direct sequel to that. And they had behind the footage from Hungary, and I don't know why they can't film in the United States, since like it was all I saw in the back was CG, like the green screen. But oh well, whatever. So he has a new look. He looks great, and the new look is that he actually has a beard. So and I don't know what his age is, but Arnold looks great. Not too much footage. We didn't see new footage or anything, but we did see some of the new cast in the background having fun with it and everything. So Arnold Schwarzenegger has a new look. Are you guys excited for it? James Cameron is back. So that's gotten a lot of people interested. Is this supposed to be a true sequel to Part 2 Judgment Day, which everyone loved? It's a classic, of course, right? So what's the plot going to be? Because we've seen so much stuff already. I wonder. I'm so curious for this film. It's one of my top most anticipated movies of the year. So Terminator, I don't know what the subplot is or what it's going to be called or what. So there you go. Terminator is in the mix. So as far as that, I don't know. There's not too much stuff to look at here as far as news is concerned. I'm getting ready to cover Umbrella Academy on Monday, which I cannot talk about the actual film, the actual show. It's going to be released on Netflix. It's a Netflix exclusive. And the trailer was released yesterday, and it looks really, really good, right? Check out the trailer after this, of course. After watching this feed, check out the trailer. It's they're spending some serious money over there in Netflix. Serious money. Everything looks very cinematic. It's well written. They have A+ actors. I'm going to talk to the entire crew, the cast. So if you guys have any questions for them, put it in the comments. Maybe I'll get it in for you. Here I'm reading also that director Bryan Singer, who has been on the news for some controversy with him, is still on board to direct Red Sonja. So Red Sonja, Bryan Singer is still on board for that. Will it happen or will it not? I don't know. I know that whoever's financing that's going to get a lot of heat, but yeah, so it's being reported that Bryan Singer is still set to direct Red Sonja. So I don't know how that's going to work. The film he directed, the latest film, Bohemian Rhapsody, got a lot of heat, a lot of what I think unfair backlash because he was involved as a director or half director because he didn't complete the movie. But in my opinion, it's unfair because there's so much crew, so many people were involved with the project. It's kind of it sucks for them to be lumped up into the same situation, piled on and stuff. So there you go. Red Sonja, they already had one, right? Didn't they have a Red Sonja with Brigitte Nielsen? Is that her from Rocky? Was it Rocky 4? So I think it was her. Yeah, I remember that one from the 80s. Yeah, that's how old I am. But are you looking forward to another film, another Red Sonja? Bryan Singer is a good director. I will say that. Despite of all the controversy, it's a shame everything that's happening with him. But Bryan Singer allegedly is still on board to do that. I personally don't think it's gonna happen. But I could be wrong. I mean, it's definitely gonna get a lot of attention if he is directing. So other than that, we got a lot of TV news. CW's in full swing with Supernatural. Let us know if you watched that show. Gotham is in full swing. The Flash, Arrow, of course. We just heard yesterday that the CW's planning on starting a new vampire show based on The Lost Boys. And then my question is, because yesterday's podcast, I talked about it and how I was happy that The Lost Boys was going to return, right? Because I have fond memories of that movie, The Lost Boys. I mean, I love The Lost Boys. Great memories with that, right? And I expressed that I was happy that it was coming back because the plot synopsis seemed to be honoring the original movie. But in the comments, there was a few people saying that how could I be a real fan if and I want it to be remade, without Corey Haim. Actually, I think they said it was disrespectful to actually go ahead with the movies or the show without him. And I don't know. I don't look at it that way. I feel it's kind of like honoring their work of people who are no longer with us, that we want Because think about why we want more Lost Boys, right? It's not because we want it different. We don't want to change. We want to feel the same joy and happiness and escapism we experienced while watching it the first time with the Corey brothers. That's what we want. And I'm a fangirl for them, right? And it's not, I don't think it's disrespectful. It's honoring, as long as it's honoring the legacy and not crapping on them. I mean, there's a way to mess it up. We have to see how it goes. But the question is, do you think remaking something without the original actors because they're not available, is that bad? For example, do you think, I know a lot of people were upset because, and this is kind of weird because Superman continuing without Christopher Reeve, but Christopher Reeve's not with us anymore. And why do we want Superman to continue? We want Superman to continue because we want to feel the happiness and the joy that Christopher Reeves gave us, right? At least that's the way I look at it. Why do we, that's the reason we get so many remakes from the 80s and they're successful, is because the fans want to feel the happiness they felt when they sat down in the theater for the first time a long time ago, and whatever it was, and enjoy it like it was before. I know things change, but there it is. What is my question is that person, do you agree with the comments about Lost Boys? Is it disrespectful to continue it without the Haim brothers? I don't think so. A lot of people worked on that movie. So there's the question. There's always blowback with remakes and continuations and part twos. But the bottom line is there's only one person to blame when you get a lot of remakes and a lot of part twos and a lot of unoriginality with Hollywood, and that's the moviegoers. Not all of them, but a vast majority only go to movies that are familiar, right? So, for example, Kubo and the Five Strings. Original idea, low box office. It's the nature of the beast. People will not put their money where their mouth is. They like to talk a lot. So it's not the running out of ideas. It's that, like I heard someone say this week, it's show business, not show friends. So they have to make the box office to excuse more original ideas. And that's why the 80s is always looked at as, why is the 80s always emulated? There were a lot of original ideas, but there were a lot of flops. For every one great one, there was 20 flops. So, but it seems like they were more willing to take risks, actually, in the 80s. So that's why you get some iconic characters, and they always seem to come out of the 80s. Freddy Krueger, it comes out in your dreams, and he has Wolverine knives. Isn't that cool? Not only does he have does he come out in your dreams, which is great, he actually has knives coming out of his fingers. So it's like a double dip. Very creative characters. That's why we keep Ghostbusters, very creative characters. Back to the Future, very creative. The DeLorean, all that stuff. And we want more because that's what's familiar, right? There you go. If you want more original films, I suggest go and watch them when they're out. Okay. This is our 5th day Nerd Report live noon edition. I'm gonna continue this, see how it goes for at least a month, and I think it's gonna do well. I want to thank everyone who tuned in this week. We have a few giveaways coming up. But we specialize on movie news and TV news and pop culture news and stuff. So to our next video, I'm gonna make it a little short because it's Friday and we're a little bit overwhelmed with stuff and there's not much going on. But if you have any topics you want me to cover, make sure to head to the Nerd Report on Twitter. Make sure to check out the website right here. Make sure to subscribe, comment below, and to our next video, Nerd Out. Thanks for tuning in.